Hello to all dear friends and welcome. Have you ever imagined yourself speaking English like Shakespeare in your dreams, but when you open your mouth, you feel like you've forgotten even the simplest words? Or maybe you stay silent and miss important opportunities because you're afraid of being judged or making a simple grammar mistake. Today, we aren't going to talk about complex grammar or vocabulary techniques. Today, we want to talk about the heart of language learning, confidence. We want to learn how to quiet our harsh inner critic and speak English with pride, even with mistakes. So take a deep breath and stay with me. The first and biggest obstacle is perfectionism. Many of us think we aren't allowed to speak until we sound like a native. But language is a tool for communication, not a show of skill. Mistakes are actually your medals of honor. Every time you make a mistake, it means you've stepped out of your comfort zone. The person who makes no mistakes is usually the person who doesn't speak at all. The truth is, you can communicate most of your meaning with just a small part of your grammar and vocabulary knowledge. You don't need to know all the tenses to start a conversation. Confidence is built when your mouth gets used to moving. One of the best ways to do this is shadowing. When you pick a podcast or a movie clip and repeat the sentences immediately after the speaker with the same tone, your brain doesn't have time to think about fear. You are just imitating. And this strengthens your mouth's muscle memory. As a result, in the real world, words will flow more easily and naturally. Many people think speaking fast is a sign of fluency, but actually, high speed is the enemy of confidence because it increases the chance of tripping over your words. When you speak slowly and clearly, you give your brain time to choose better words. If you are looking for a word, instead of a long silence or saying you can use filler phrases like actually, to be honest, let me think for a second. Or, how should I put this? These buy you time and make you look more professional. Don't underestimate the power of the mind. Before going into a meeting, an interview, or even a simple conversation, visualize yourself speaking calmly and fluently. Prepare the scenarios in your mind and review the answers. This way, when you are in the real situation, your brain won't feel like it's facing a new threat because it has experienced that scene before. One reason for low confidence is trying to translate complex thoughts from Persian exactly into English. When we can't find the equivalent, we panic. However, simplification is a very important skill. If you don't remember a word, explain it with simpler words, just like a child. The main goal is to deliver the message. When you see the other person understands you, it gives you a wave of energy and confidence. Most of the time, we focus only on ourselves while speaking. We focus on our voice, accent, or grammar. But if you change your mindset and focus on the listener and the message, your stress will decrease significantly. When your concern is helping the listener understand, the pressure is taken off you. Body language plays a huge role. Eye contact, a smile, and an open posture send a message of safety to your brain. Even if you forget a word, don't look away. This pause can turn into a thoughtful pause instead of a sign of weakness. Using hand gestures also helps you find words faster because there is a direct link between hand movement and the speech part of the brain. Forgetting words is the biggest fear, but confident people have a plan for it. If you forget a word, describe it. Instead of silence, talk about its shape, its use, or where it's used. When you practice this skill, you won't fear forgetting words anymore because you know there is always a way to continue. This is true fluency. Recording your voice might be scary at first, but it's a powerful tool. Every day, speak about a simple topic for just 1 minute and record it. When you listen to yourself analytically, you'll realize you aren't as bad as you thought. Your ears will get used to your English voice, and you won't be surprised by it in a crowd. In the end, remember that no one is born perfect. The people who speak fluently today have tripped over their words many times and experienced embarrassing moments. The only difference is that they kept going. Confidence is the result of repetition and courage, not being perfect. You don't have to be perfect to start, but you must start to one day become fluent. From today, be proud of your English with any accent or mistake, because this is the sound of your effort to touch a bigger world. Now that you've come this far, take the first step. Pick up your phone and talk for just 30 seconds about your biggest goal in learning English. It doesn't matter what your grammar is, just record it and listen once. If you'd like, write to me about your biggest fear. Is it being judged or running out of words? Your messages will be read. If this text inspired you, send it to someone who quit learning because of shyness. The world is waiting for your story. Be bold and keep talking.